So, what was your New Year's resolution? At New Year's, did you go to bed early? I did. Didn't have any reason to stay up till midnight. I also would look at asking you right off the top here, what were your New Year's resolutions? I mean, you make one every year. Most people do. Well, I should say a lot of people do. They make a New Year's resolution every year in anticipation of something really great coming along. You know, whatever it is you're wanting to try or to do or to create or to change in your life. So my question is, you made your New Year's resolution. It's only 4 days in, or 3 days in. We're on the 3rd of January. So, on that New Year's resolution, the ones you've made in the past, not the one you've just made now that you're still working on, how many of those resolutions have gone to fruition? How many of those resolutions have you worked at until it was done, until it came to be? Most people don't even make it through 2 weeks. If you can make it through 30 days, then you have a chance of setting in that habit, of setting in that want, that need, that desire to create this. If you don't, then you're most of the time, I'm seeing statistics here show that it does not happen. Most of the time before 30 days is up, the you who put that resolution into play, that person who wanted that didn't really want it that bad, didn't want it that intuitive, didn't want it that desire. It was just an off of the hand. Maybe it was losing weight. Maybe it was growing my business exponentially in this year, whatever. Maybe it was getting that promotion. Maybe it was doing, certain activities, or maybe spending more time with the family, whatever it was. The thing is, in order to change your lifestyle, what do you have to do first? Ask yourself, what do I have to do first to change my lifestyle? To have the life that I desire to have, that I dream of having, that I want to have, what do I have to do? Well, number one is a resolution is only a way to set you up to fail. I have not known anyone personally, I'm sure there's somebody out there, I just don't know them, who has set a resolution and had it work. And they were able to work it out throughout the whole year and have everything they wanted come to play. I don't know of anyone. If you know of someone, I would really love to hear about it, because that will change the statistics, at least to one person. So, a resolution just lets you be in a loop. And we live our lives every day in a loop. It's a different day, a different year, a different month, but we're still in the same loop, being that we're still living the same life. We still have the same type of job, or we still have a job. We still have the income we have, whether it be, you got a little raise or you didn't, or, you got that little promotion or you didn't. But either way, you're still in a loop. And this is our subconscious minds here putting us in a loop. It keeps us safe. Our subconscious minds is always keeping us safe. And this is explained through quantum physics and quantum mechanics. Our subconscious mind is always keeping us safe based on what we believe and what our subconscious mind knows for a fact that we believe. So what I like to do is, I quit doing resolutions forever ago. I mean, I can't even remember the last time I made one. What I like to do is, I do goal setting, which is really a great thing. But what I realized is a lot of people don't know how to set a goal and how to follow through on a goal. So I'm finding that a lot of goal setting isn't working out for a lot of different people that I work with. So another thing that I do is intentions. And this is actually a universal law of intentions. If you intend to do something, you're going to set, it's not a goal, it's not a resolution. An intention means you intend to do this. You intend to follow through on it. You intend to make it happen. You intend to work until it's there. An intention. So, intentions start by changing your beliefs. When you change the beliefs in who you are, and what you're doing, and where you're going, and what you want to do, you're going to change your life. You're going to change your life for the better. You're going to change your life in more ways than you could possibly imagine. So, but stop the pattern of being broke. Stop the pattern of not having enough. Stop the pattern of barely getting by. Stop the pattern of living month to month. Stop the pattern of not having everything you want to have and need to have in your life. When you stop that pattern, you're changing your intention. If your intention is to just to pay the bills, have enough money to pay the bills, or maybe you had an intention psychologically saying, if I can just get these bills paid this month and get groceries on the table, and get, maybe one night out or something like that for the family, then I'm good. That's an intention. So, and you'll notice that people that do that will have just barely enough money to squeak by, barely enough money to pay the bills, barely enough money for the groceries, barely enough. And with things going the way they are right now in the world economically, and things are changing, so don't get me wrong, guys, things are changing big time. It's going to change for the better, and it's getting more and more. As you know, we're in a digital world where most everything is going online, and we're going to be working more online than not. So I love to do an intention of being the next step in myself, who I want to be. So I find it easier to get in the quantum field and to learn what I need to learn when I need to learn it by having an intention of what I want to create. So you can create intentions anytime. And I like to create intentions throughout the year. I never really start an intention for the beginning of the year. Like for me, just going to give you a little story here. I start intentions at different times during the year. It depends on what I've created and what I've manifested for myself. For last year, I had one big intention. I had a whole bunch of little ones that I had worked on and was making come to fruition. But I had one big intention that I wanted to either purchase 3 apartment complexes, different sizes, and I wanted to either purchase them outright, or I wanted to either get investors, or I wanted to be an investor in them. And I worked on it, and I worked on it, and I set my intentions, and different things came, and different opportunities came. And I worked on each opportunity as it comes. And I found that, yes, this works out. I was able to get, right in the middle of the year, I was able to get involved in an apartment complex where I partnered with another person. Fabulous, right? Exactly. Residual income coming in every month. So then I just kept working. I thought, okay, I got 2 more to go. How's this going to work out? And I just put it out there to the universe that this is my intention. I have 2 more to go. And this is what's happening in my life. And this is what I need to have happen. So as I'm going along and I'm doing this, I had another one come up. And I was able to, invest. And then I thought, well, this was way back in September, and I thought, well, I'm getting towards the end of the year. I may have to follow this one over for a few more months and just keep working on it, and it'll come out. Well, lo and behold, December, I'm working on some things, and it came across my feed. A friend asked me, hey, would you like to get involved in this? I'm working on this. I'm going to do this, and I need an investor. Apartment complex, 432 units. I'm like, oh yeah, let's see what the specs are. Are they rented? There's a whole gamut I have to go through and make sure it's a good investment. And lo and behold, it worked out. So now I have 3 investment properties with very little intention on my part, other than the fact that I wanted these and I was willing to put my energy out there, and I was willing to take advantage of it when it came. And look at the specs and look at everything and make sure the ones that didn't work out, I didn't take. The ones that did work out, I took, and I have 3. So you can set your intentions anytime. You don't have to wait for the beginning of a year to do it. You can do it any time of the year, anytime you want. And I always do when I finish one. When one intention I've set for myself comes to fruition, I will definitely set a new intention. Because I have so many things going on. My life never stays where it's at. So when you look at yourself every day, I always ask myself, looking in the mirror, I'm going to put this in here really fast. Versus, yes, resolutions. Because I don't believe in resolutions. I believe a New Year's resolution sets us up to fail. Because we don't give ourselves any accountability for it. I mean, we just expect we're only going to work on it for a couple weeks. Whether it be weight loss or, something else. We never follow through. And we do this to ourselves. But when you look at quantum physics and neuroscience, these things are always there, and they're explaining to us the patterns of the energy and the patterns of how when you set an intention, you have to be working on this intention regardless. You have to be working on it continually. You don't just set an intention and then all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. You're like, oh, well, I'm going to forget about it. No, you keep working on it. Things will come up and things will go away. But you just keep changing your beliefs of, this is who I am. I am an investor. I am a whatever owner. Maybe you want real estate, whatever it is. So I always like to ask myself these questions. Am I in the mindset to receive the opportunities that I want to have come to me? And I want them not out of lack. I want them out of guidance. So I always specify that. I want to have guidance. I'm not on lack. I want to have guidance on what steps to take and what next thing I want to do. So whether it be making $100,000, or whether it be losing weight, or maybe success in my business, or whatever it is. I always have an intention of what I want the outcome to be. So when you look at that and you start your intentions, be prepared, because you know what? It's going to be painful. Yes, it is. It's going to be painful because you're changing who you are. You are changing you from the person who doesn't have it, who doesn't do it, the person who doesn't follow through. You're changing you. That's going to be painful. It's going to hurt you emotionally. Not so much physically, but mainly emotionally. It's going to hurt you. Are you going to fail? Yes, you will. You will fail. You will fail over and over again. Will you give up? You will. This is where I come in and say, you know what? Yes, you will give up. But you know what? You don't have to. You just pull up your bootstraps, you get up, and you say, you know what? That didn't work. So now it's time to start believing in myself more. Let's change those beliefs. Let's change who I am. Let's turn myself into that person who has, who does, who is all around the person I want to be. And like I said, it is painful, and you will fail. That's no reason to stop. So when you give up, and you will, it's up to you to look in the mirror and say, am I the person who gave up on me? It doesn't matter what anybody else says, thinks, or does. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you think, what you believe. Now, to change those beliefs, you have to dig deep down into you, who you are. And change your subconscious beliefs. Change that person to who you want to be. Change that person that's deep down in there. Change that person to be the person who has this, who is willing to struggle, who's willing to sacrifice. You know, at this point in my business, I don't have to work a boatload of hours if I choose not to. I don't have to do a video every day. I've got a schedule set up where I'll do so many in one day, and I'll just break it down, and I can take off whenever I choose because I've created that lifestyle for myself. And I also create the lifestyle where I'm able to help people. This is why this video here is to keep you in target and keep you in track and say, you know what? Am I willing to take the next step? Am I willing to be that person? January 3rd, come on. Am I willing to step up and say, you know what? I've done this long enough. I don't know, maybe you're 30, maybe you're 40, maybe you're 50, maybe you're 70 years old. Whatever it is. Am I willing to keep going in this same loop over and over again? Or am I willing to change my loop and change my beliefs, change my actions, change my intentions to benefit me, not my boss, not his business, not her business, but to benefit me and to learn the skills I need and to grow me and to be in the mindset of having everything I want. So when you say, yes, I am, and I'm willing to do it, we'll have a group here. I put a link here for you in the description. And when you're ready, if you're not, then you know what? These things come around and then they fade away. I'm not saying it'll come back. I'm not saying it won't. I'm just saying that when I decided to do what I was doing or what I am doing, I couldn't second guess myself. I had to make the decision. I had to jump in. I had to do it. And I found that by doing that, I didn't give myself an out. I didn't have a way out. I had to have success. I had to do it. I had to make it work. There was no options, no other choice. I didn't have any other choices. I had to make this work. I couldn't not have an income coming in that was comparable to the income I had. When you know that and you look at that, you say, okay, I have to at least make XYZ amount of money. Make it happen. There's people here in this group that will help you, that will support you, and that will just keep giving you answers. It's up to you. Set an intention, not a resolution. And follow that intention through to the end until it comes. And then set another intention. If you're just starting out on intentions and you're just getting out there, I would start with one. Pick one intention that you can master. Pick one intention. Maybe it's learning something. Maybe it's following through on something. Maybe it's changing a belief, whatever it is. But set one intention to start with and teach yourself to follow through on it. Control your subconscious. Make it happen. This is where it all comes together, guys. This is where the pavement meets the road, so to speak. Because when you do this and you change your belief system and you change what intentions you set, you will find you will make it happen. You will not give up. You may fail. I still fail. To this day, I still will do something and I will fail. But does it stop me? Oh, heck no. Nothing's going to stop me. I won't allow quantum physics to get the better of me in that respect, because there's no way it's going to happen. I won't allow it. So keep your intentions in check and keep working on it. Keep growing and changing yourself, who you are. Opportunities come and opportunities go. Whether that opportunity that would have set you off on the high road is going to come back, I don't know. Depends on what it was and what it is and what you need to do. But set your intentions and keep it true to yourself. Be who you want to be and never, ever second guess yourself. If it seems hard, do it anyway. Okay? All right, I'll talk to you later.